I have mixed feelings about character creation in Jump Force. On one hand, I think it's awesome being able to create your own original character, or even creating a character who didn't quite make it onto the main roster. But on the other hand, I recognize for creator characters to be good, they're going to need a lot of features surrounding it. That will require a lot of development time, and the more development time spent on that means the less characters will get on the main roster, or the less features we'll get in the game. That's just the nature of spending development time on one thing versus another thing. The details surrounding character creation at this point have been fairly minute. We don't really know much about it. So I wanted to talk about features I would like to see for character creation. At this point, it probably doesn't matter. Spike Chunsoft can't really change the game at this point. I mean, they can change small things, but they're not going to be able to change like fundamental things. But I thought it'd be fun to talk about regardless. So first of all, let's talk about customizable special moves. In Jump Force, you have 4 special moves for each character. They're all bound to the same button. You've got, I think you hold down like R2 and square, and then R2 or triangle, and then you do that for each of your face buttons. Being able to switch out those special moves individually would be really awesome, especially if some of the unlockable moves they have are not presented in the game anywhere else. For example, I don't think Gaara is going to make it into the game. If he isn't going to be in the game, a way to still represent him would be to have one of the unlockable moves be Sand Coffin or some other move that Gaara uses. This applies for all other characters as well. If we're not going to get Shoto in the game, perhaps maybe having some of his ice abilities would be really cool. If we're not going to get Uraraka, which I highly doubt we will, but it would be really cool to see some of her gravity moves in the game through your creator character. There is so much potential in this feature, but it would certainly be the most difficult feature to add for creator character because it would require a lot of development time, because it would require a lot of custom animations, a lot of custom special effects, and I would much prefer them to focus on adding new characters to the roster, or new stages, or new game modes, or something like that, rather than implementing this feature, although I would say this feature would be pretty awesome. This one is difficult because my answer to the question, should creator characters be playable online, is drastically different based on how it's executed. If creator characters are a pretty empty feature with basic customization on both clothing and attire that is based off of other characters on the roster, for example female Luffy here, along with copy and paste movesets, then no, I don't think they should be playable online. If character creation has a lot more depth in either their moveset, then heck, why not let them be playable online? With that said, regardless of how character creation is executed, I think they shouldn't be playable in the ranked game mode. We don't know anything about ranked or even if it's in the game or not, but I think not having them in ranked is the way to go. I want to keep ranked as pure as possible, and having character creations in there just doesn't seem right. If there is no ranked game mode in the game, then I would definitely like a game mode that allows you to only play the main characters on the roster. I also think regardless of how it's executed, you should be able to enable create a character in friendly matches, just like how you can disable and enable gear in Injustice 2. Right now, I have no idea how to feel about character creation because they have revealed very little to us. What we know about character creation is that it's something you can do in story mode. You're going to be able to fight as your creator character in story mode. You get to pick between the 3 factions of the Naruto world, the One Piece world, and the Dragon Ball world, and play alongside them in the story mode, but we don't know how they fight. If you pick a Dragon Ball world, are you going to be a Saiyan? If you pick the One Piece world, are you just going to be a clone of Luffy? If you pick the Naruto world, are you just going to be a clone of Naruto? These are questions we don't have the answers to. We also know that you're going to be able to use your creator character as a lobby avatar, and you're going to be able to customize that lobby avatar, but apart from that, we know nothing. I would really like to know more. If creator character is going to be playable online, I would like to see an extra mode where you can just use your creator character. I think it would be really weird to be able to fight alongside the main characters of the roster with your creator character in a regular 3 versus 3 match, because at the end of the day, if you're picking your creator character, you want to play your creator character, and when you're playing as the main characters on the roster, you're not going to be doing what you want to do. Really, the only way I would be disappointed with creator character is if all the features we know about is all we're getting. I need something else. I need character creation to be playable online, hopefully, but not in the ranked game mode, and hopefully it's a feature you both have to agree to be able to use, or else it would be really annoying for people who don't want to verse original characters. That being said, it is only one character on their team, so I don't know, I'm kind of torn when it comes to create a character, and I really hope they have more to show. I'm very interested to see how they play. I'm hoping that you can customize their moveset, but again, when we start listing off all these features we want to see with the creator character system, we realize that those features are going to take a long time for them to implement, and then take away development time from other things, like perhaps maybe a 2v2 mode. My name is Bilbzy. If you enjoyed the video at all, let me know by hitting that like button, subscribe to keep up to date with future content. Tomorrow's video is going to be a One's Justice video, so keep an eye out for that. I'll see you then.